Okay. So I've kind of done this idea before. Basically I'm making the house that I'm currently living in, but like, if I could change everything that I want to change and make it my way, I'm putting it in The Sims. So, I think I'm gonna go with those columns, even though I don't really like them that much. I just don't like that they're so matchy. But, and the best stairs are from Seasons, because that's more like what my stairs outside actually are. Honestly, the front ones probably were even closer. Do they have a closer? They have a closer swatch. I'm switching to the front ones. Really? Yay, it gets to be one of those that you have to pick the swatch in the thing. I don't think they're gonna have a better swatch. Okay, so we'll just go with that. I left my drink, and I left my drinks and my snacks on the other side of the room. Snacks and drinks required. Left of my breakfast. Alright, now my only thing I'm wondering now is sound. I'm not actually hearing anything through my headphones. Yeah, I'm not actually hearing this through my headphones, which is annoying. So, I think all of the power outages, I avoided being on my computer the last couple of days because of all of the storms and stuff. And I didn't want to risk my computer's ability to work. So I have a feeling it changed bonk. So I can't hear anything through my headphones. Because they are plugged in. Sound. I have Epic the Musical stuck in my head now. I think it's been stuck in my head for a couple of days, so I listened to... I don't know what this is doing. Please open my sound. Thank you. Output device. Does it not even register my headphones? I opened you a long time ago. Okay, hang on. Nope, that just switched to the other monitor. Okay. Let's check that. I should be hearing something. There we go. Now it's in my headphones. That's where it's supposed to be. And I am not for certain what monitor that this is hearing. Microphone is unmuted but has no signal. Lovely. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I guess if not, it is what it is. Alright, I am not sure if that is going to be big enough for what I'm wanting. The only way that I can think of to see if everything is big enough the way that I want it to be is to get stuff put in and just test it. I'm actually going to make this one bigger that way because that side of my porch actually is bigger. My door is actually not centered. Right? I don't know. Things drive me nuts. See, I don't think my porch is actually centered. I don't think it's quite off-centered that badly. But it's not... My front door is not quite centered. There's more room on this side. Because usually this is where we put our hammocks and stuff. So, I'm going to immediately jump into the dining room here. Actually, I'm not going to immediately jump into the dining room. There's one room that I still need to draw in, which is... Let's get a door here. I need to draw in... My dining room has a closet off to the side. Honestly, that one's probably going to be my best bet. Because it's one... My front door is one door, but it has two things on either side. So either the Seasons one or this one. I like the Seasons one more. Like, if I could redo the door that is currently at my house, I would probably do a door like this, if I'm being completely honest. Honestly, I think just the default one is fine. Why are you not letting me? This is weird. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Just so I can get it put down. Move this back. I'm going to... And we are no longer in my headphones. What is going on here? Okay, now let's move back. Can I put the door? Why can't intersect with foundations? Must be placed on a wall. It is on a wall! Ah! What is going on? There. Now I can put it on there. Is this game going to be weird and allow me to do this? No. Okay. It's because the porch is on a foundation and it did not pick up the house to match said foundation. So that's cool. That's why it was glitching. Maybe not. What on earth? Are they the same? They're the same size now. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're just gonna delete that room. I'm also going to readjust how that fan is blowing on me because it is blowing hair in my face. Oh my gosh. Nope, I'm not going to delete that room. We're going to pull that room back. Fucking platforms. Ha. Yeah. Alright, now that is centered. That does not leave us a whole lot of room for a closet over here. And actually the closet would intersect. So this room actually needs to at least be one more that way to do a closet, which means it would need to be, but I don't want to make it one more the other way because then that's going to be way too off-centered. So we're just going to say The Sims is weird and like this side should be like a half tile bigger. So that way I can put in this. Because this side we have like storage over here, but we don't have a closet. But we have like storage stuff. Come on. Ah. Okay, so dining room. Let's do some lights. We have like these really cool, I absolutely love them. Nobody else in my family likes it, but our chandelier in the dining room is like old, like kerosene lamp kind of vibe. Kind of these, but in a chandelier kind of a thing. But I don't think that I have anything like that. Honestly, my best bet to find something like that would probably be the... Honestly, that one's... The ring of light is probably going to end up being the closest, because this is what we have for... I don't think that's... Also, by comparison, that chandelier is very small. Let's do medium walls either way, because my dining room and my dining room has lofted ceilings. But then that'll mess with every other room, wouldn't it? Let's go back to short. Because see, in my brain, like... oh my gosh. Okay. The sensitivity of cinematic mode. That... I don't know how some Sims players do this. No, I don't like that. Okay. Oh my gosh. The chaos of cinematic mode, man. This is definitely way too big. So we do need the small one, I guess. Or should we just do the... I mean, honestly, that one is closer to what's there. But I think I'm still gonna go with this one. We're just gonna go with that one. And roughly the middle of the room. Alright, now we need a basic door. Let's go with this one. I don't really want it to be there, but... Oh, I didn't turn on any of my sheets. That is not how that... There we go. Show live edit objects. Show hidden objects. Move objects. And then ignore gameplay lock systems. No. Ignore unlock everything's store. Ha, I had it, I just put an F on the end. Ignore gameplay unlock. There we go. And I already have all the ones. So see, now I can put that there. Or I can hold Alt and I can pull it in just a tad. I don't know how I like that door. It's about the same. I think this one's just a tad more narrow. So we're gonna go with that one. I think we're going to stick with these. I mean, this is just a closet. It's nothing super crazy. Alright, the next thing that I need to put in is our chimney, which is going to make this room expand significantly because that's the chimney. So we're going to have to expand this room significantly. And then make sure the chimney is included. And pull this out and this in. Because the chimneys are actually kind of like that. And then if we were to go up a floor, the part of the chimney that continues is this part. Raise it until that arrow is grayed out. Because then if I do my walls down, it'll stay solid, whereas like this one doesn't. Because that's going to be the chimney. Which, if I pop into wall patterns, I cannot figure out that fan. I'm gonna go to masonry. And honestly, what we put up there is, I think, almost exactly this. I think that's... because that one's too... honestly, it's closer to that one, but that one's like, it doesn't have any shading. I'm gonna do this one because of... what on earth is that? You're joking. That's what that... you're joking. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I want to see what this one is. Let's go with this one. Okay, that one looks better. Oh my gosh, you're joking. That one is insane. Alright. See, now here comes my issue. The way that our dining room is currently painted, and I actually kind of like it, is it is a... there's a piece of wallpaper down the middle. So finding that wallpaper is going to be fun. Now there's another bulkhead here, but I need to find some stuff to make the setup we got here going on. Let's look at objects by function, surfaces, maybe display. Because honestly, this is what I'm, like, I have one of these in my Amazon cart, just waiting for the day that I can get it. Because I wanted to put it here, but haha, even look, even The Sims is like, hey, yeah, that doesn't fit there. So we're going to end up putting it not there, but we're going to put it over here. But I need to find something that matches what I've already kind of got going on in my dining room. I mean, this would work to mimic like the buffet table that we've got. We have this buffet table, like, for our cat food and stuff. And then... honestly, that china cabinet honestly gives the wardrobe that we have in this corner, it's giving that same energy. I hate those up top though. That is so annoying. Does it clip? Oh my god, it clips. Why? Freaking why? Oh my gosh. I might just have to make my own thing. Oh my goodness. Alright, so what if we just did like 2 of these, like, shoved together? That look awful. I bet you I could find something to put where it's glitching. Alright, and then I also have a have like a coffee bar. Actually, I put the coffee bar on that, but it would be kind of nice. Because, like, I for sure have a thing here. Oh, Austin's home from work. Big arch. There. Because then I could... So we have another bump out, like, literally right here. It, like, runs into that wall. So that actually is perfect. Husband came home and then immediately left. Okay. But, like, this is what we have, like, cat food. Animals. Okay, I don't like that I can't... Whatever. We'll slide that over and we'll just put the cat food on the floor. In actuality, this would be like up here. And then we'll grab this again, and I have a series of shelves. Like a shelf here for my mom, a shelf here for Austin's dad, and then our wedding shelf, and then, yeah. But I feel like they're up higher. Say they're at wonkier angles than this. There, I feel like that's, yeah. Royal wedding swag, lovely. Okay, so I apparently need more packs in order to get the things that I'm wanting here, but... Alright, so this is looking about... This does not look like how big. I feel like that's like... This is way too big to be my dining room, but... Okay, if I put it there... Yeah, that looks about right, given where things are supposed to be. This dining room looks huge. I'm actually... Okay, so I'm actually just going to do this, because I said I wanted to do this how I would. So I'm going to take these two shells, they can go over there. This is going to go here. And then go back to surfaces. It's a shelf. I'm actually going to use the It's a Shelf. I'm actually going to put it there. And I'm going to move this. Okay, this actually now has to move. But it can't move too much. This is why I say that this is way too much space over here. See, 'cause like if I were to put in a dining table, even like one of the biggest ones, like honestly this one probably goes better with what we've got. Like that, I have very little room, like to the point where my dining table has to be at an angle. So like I have way too much space over here. So I'm going to shrink this in. Our little... I'm going to shrink that in one. Move you back in here. And then I'm going to pull this in one. I mean, it's better. But it's still... I know that really suffocates that door, but if I take that out, I'm not sure where that other thing went, but we're going to expand this that way, pull this in, pull that in. Here's the other shelf. We're going to go like that, slide that over. I mean, this feels better, doesn't exactly feel correct, but it feels better. And then find something to be the coffee bar there. See, like, they're all... Ooh, that one actually matches my house better. And I guess I could put, like, a couple of these smaller dining tables. That's cats and dogs. So I could put this smaller one here. Can I push this into the floor? No. It's just so tiny. Or it's so big. We'll just leave it its normal size, because I mean it's for a coffee bar. But this actually kind of gives more of the weird spacing that we currently have in there. see, it's this bump out, right? I need half tiles. I wish we could do half tiles, because this bump out should be more like that. It should be half the size of that. Or like these should be pulled in more so they're not as dramatic or something. Like, say my next thing is, so I have a like record player radio thing. But honestly, this would be better used for that. And then finding honestly this, like basically it's that just made with like more metal. That's basically what my thing is. Will this let me put some kind of feeder on it? I can put this little one, which is great because I have 3 cats. That is such a weird... That is such a weird slot. Like, that is such a weird slot. The other 2 are... That is such a weird... Okay. I'm gonna put it back in where it was. And then I'm gonna move that. Perks of having move objects on. Downside, you know what? It can just stay like that because I do have one cat feeder that is off to the side because it has a camera in it. So we're gonna go with that. And then decorations wise, do I have access to an urn? I do. I have access to urns. Thank goodness. So I feel like this is the only way that I'm gonna get like some representation of our parents up here is for them. And actually I'm going to put in these. So in this next room, I have a shelf that has my passed away animals. So I'm going to they're going to sit on the dining room table. And I'm going to do one different one. Oh, I was going to do a different one. Because my one dog, we'll do a werewolf urn and we'll just size it down. And then we'll size down the cat and There, we'll do like that. Those are my 3 animals. That one actually can... I don't like this. Their sizing is weird. I don't like this one. You're joking. Okay, cool. You're actually joking. Alright, so I just have a werewolf urn now. My 2 dogs and my cat that passed. And I just have a random werewolf urn that we're gonna keep for lore, I guess. We're just gonna put it up there and we're gonna keep it for lore. Alright, let's get some wallpaper in this room. Okay, I gotta figure out something. I wish you could paint half walls. Because, and I guess I could do like this one. Oh, that one's not bad. I could do that. Yeah, that's fine. Because the bottom is green. It's just not... It doesn't have the wallpaper. Alright, so this one comes with an alternate. So, right now they're all like matchy-matchy. So I'm changing them so they're not super matchy-matchy. And I lost my stone. Well, okay, we're gonna keep that, and we're gonna change you and you, maybe. No, this one was the one I needed changed. That one was fine. That one's fine. I need that one. And then go back to this one. And this one. And then we're gonna go with that. Alright. Now, I do have a cabinet here. And I think the honestly, that one, if I size it down, place it better, and then find something to cover that. To cover the dishes in there. Or actually, I can keep it. Those are... we could say that those are, like, dishes for the animals or something. Or I could put this in there. Oh wow, that really doesn't cover. Alright, well, the cleaning stuff will go there. It's like the animal cleaning stuff. Actually, need this a little bit lower. that's not floating, right? That's sitting on it. Okay. I wonder if there's like a window. Yes. Will that work? If I need that one. Make it like purposefully different. Oh, it's gonna clip to the wall. Nope. I want something that's not gonna clip to the wall. Maybe, I guess we could. You know what? We're just gonna say that that's for this. Because I'm not fighting it. No. Let's finish handling, the dining room part. Here's the issue. This is part where I'm gonna have to deviate because there's way more room on this game. But my dining room table does not have all of its chairs. It has 2 captain's chairs. And then it has a bench. So I'm going to take this chair and it's going to go on either side, and then I'm going to take, actually I'm going to do this chair. That's going to go on either side. And then there should be one. Well, my chairs don't match anyway. So we'll put 3 on that side. Actually, on this other side is like an actual bench, but in The Sims you can't really do that. So this is actually more this way. I don't like that. We're just gonna leave it with that. There's way more space here than what there's supposed to be. Because building one-to-one in your house is very difficult. I'm gonna take a trash can. Honestly, we have a tall one, but none of these are. So I'm just going to take the money trash can in black, and I'm going to put it right here. Because it's our trash can that we handle all of our pet stuff with. Right there. So that's going to be my dining room. In all of its awkwardness. Oh, floor. We did not do the floor. I have a... It's actually a laminate flooring, but if you were to look at these linoleum... That's actually not bad. I have a wood floor, or it's supposed to be wood floor. But none of these are what my wood floor looks like. So we're gonna go with the wood floor that I would like it to be. That is way too dark. And that is way too light. Honestly, it's the wood floor that I'm wanting, or that I have in my living room, is the one that is run front to... It's actually running the way that I need it to run. From the front of the house to the back of the house. So this flooring, I want to pull through everything. I already have it in my living room, but I want to pull it through absolutely everything. So since this is how I want my house to be, that means this is going to have to be pulled in. Oh, see, now that runs an issue on that side, because then the door actually needs to be over this way more, because this side is... I don't like that. So I'm actually going to just pull this back out, the one tile, so that way the porch is a little bit better situated. But then I have all of this space over here, and I don't like it. How about we put this over here, even though in real life there is not near enough space for something to be there. And then honestly, I could just take another one of these. And then we can take and do that. Because kitchen appliances, I don't think we have anything popcorn related, but I could totally put this ice cream machine out here. I can take the place of it. Okay. Need a cabinet. Honestly, that's almost exactly what I want in my house. So could I take 2 end pieces and make that my table there? And then same with this one, but make it I could. I'm just gonna make this a full buffet. Because honestly, if I could, I would totally do that in my dining room. Like, I would totally do that in my dining room. Okay. I have Austin's coffee pot. And then we're going to put this for my espresso machine. We're going to put the ice cream out. We'll put tea out here too. And then over here on this corner, let's do the hot cocoa tray. Just because. I actually want this tea because it comes in a prettier color. So this needs to go up just a tad. And I am content with that. Alright, now my living room, or my stair room, I guess I should say. We'll start with that. I do know that I need stairs. Technically they are carpeted, So it doesn't really matter what I put in, because that's not what these are going to look like, but we're going to go with this one. And they're going to go there. Alright, I actually don't like that. Let's go a little more basic. Ooh, I'm gonna do purple, because I like purple. That's not what I put. I want purple. Because now this, wall this off, because that is yet another closet. So grab our basic door here. Giving myself whiplash here. The only thing is this now needs to be a brown. Let's find some paint that matches the room that we painted. Honestly, I think that's the best paint to go with it. Our house is weirdly painted, but that stairwell is not painted yet, because I'm actually playing around with the idea of doing some kind of brickwork on it. Something like this. Okay, so I'm come to realize I don't like the stairs. So we're gonna find something else. I don't like the white. There, we'll go with that. So that way that's that color. Because as I said earlier, I have a shelf right here-ish. That has my animal urns on it. For Butterball. Oscar. And Zema. Butterball's actually on this side. Yes, I'm gonna be that picky. And Zema's on this side. Oscar is in the middle. You actually cannot see his urn because I've got a sweater that he used to wear wrapped around it. Okay. So now let's do these. Ready? Never mind. Seasons comes in absolutely atrocious colors. But we could do 2 leather chairs. metal. And then I'm going to see if I can... Let's go with brown. Forgot I need a railing. I literally just need a basic railing. I guess this will work. Close enough, I guess. And then, oops, right rail only. Because technically even this gets cut off like here-ish. Like it starts, the way my ceilings are in this house is very, very weird. This can't have a door there because raising foundation. Yep. Okay. Alright, on this side, there is a very large window. That I don't believe that there is one in here, that it looks like, because it is a large picture window like this, but then it has stained glass at the top. It is not centered, but again, I would need half. That is centered. So let's... No, let's do that. But then I feel like it should be closer to the couch, which it shouldn't be. It needs to be over here. Which then, okay, so then I could pull this out here. Yeah, we're gonna do that, because that works in here too. And then we will need another one of these, and this is going to annoy some people, because I'm not doing that. I'm doing that. They don't line up. They don't line up in my house, so they're not going to line up here. I've debated on making them line up, and I might do that once I get some of this stuff placed in and figured out. Alright, we have a TV stand that is here-ish. And then we have a cedar chest, which I'm going to use this to be the cedar chest. We have that there. And then we have a table. We're going to use this one, put black in it. There. Ish. And then TV-wise, this is the room of TVs. We have you, we have you, and we have you. Not even kidding. This one is actually a little small, and this one is actually a little big. those are the only two that are on stands. So I'm actually just going to take this, size it down, take this, size it up. Okay, that one sized up is actually bigger than this one. And I don't think, yeah, that one... Yeah. We just have to do it like that. Oh, that's another thing that I needed to add in here is we do have a Echo device in here. I'm about to get rid of it because it is driving me nuts, but we do not have one in here, shockingly enough. That goes to the bathroom. This feels like a lot of room that shouldn't be there. I don't like it. But we're gonna grab this coffee table. And at the very least, it can sit here in front, I guess, because that's a lot of room that's not actually there. What if I did move everything forward really quick? What if we made these bigger? Well, I gotta move the urns because the shelf gets eaten. Pull this way. And then you pull out. There we go. Okay, now let's put these. Okay. Because we have like a really old school lamp on there. I'm going with cute animal. Because I like foxes. I'm actually going to put this closer to his side. Because technically Austin really likes to put his feet up when he's playing. So. Alright. Now let's see what I can do with this. That does look cool. What does it look like sized up? sketchy. Okay. Can we Alright, that flooring bit does not. I don't like how it does that. I'm gonna just do that. Kind of gives it the same ish. What on earth? Okay. So that's gonna be the living room. Okay. Currently it has carpet in it, but it will soon not have carpet in it. I need a few more things. On this wall I have a ton of books, and I've got some bookcases and all kinds of things. So we're just gonna do that. And then I have books on the wall. Why can't go there? Because technically I have books on this wall too. Be kind of a little matchy-matchy, but I can just do it like that. And pull this way, and then take some different books. Come on. Come on, off the wall. You go away. Pull it off the wall. have books that are floating? I do. I have books that are floating, and I have a bunny that is about to come off the wall. Now I have the issue of making it so these don't float. Okay, then that's going, do that, I'll do that, and then, actually let's not do that one, because this one actually kind of looks like it belongs with the one on the wall. So I can do this. I still like that ladder one, and I have a lot of mismatched bookshelves. So we can still do the ladder. I can just be in the corner like that. And these, Jesus frickin'. Hello. Oh, say. Oh, lovely. Yep, you're so good. Alright, yep. Love you. Jeez. My dad's phone, I guess, has been acting up. And so he's using me as a way to test if it's no longer acting up. Goodness gracious. Say, you're cutting off a lot of the book here. Okay. There. Are you floating? You're floating, aren't you? You are floating. I do not like that. If there's not a slot, it is so hard to put stuff up there. I guess there's just gonna be an empty shelf, because I would like to move on to the room that I am currently in. We're gonna go at least to that. Because the room I'm currently in is huge. And promptly we're going to ignore it. Because I would like to figure out my kitchen area. Please stop doing that. I'm just gonna have to draw this out real quick. And then just pull it this way. And then we're going to pull it back. And then we will figure it out from there. Like I said, these are the cabinets that I wish I could have. So that's what we're going to go with. helps if I actually put them, you know, on the wall. I didn't put a light in here except for this. Because this room also has a chandelier. And I think that this one, will do just fine. We'll stick with this one, I guess. And it goes smack in the middle of the room. Put it there. I'm gonna save real quick. I'm gonna save real quick, and then 15 minutes later, Alright. I'm gonna do that to start with. And then we're gonna go with sink. I would really like to have. Alright, so if that's my sink, counter next to it, corner cabinet. This should technically be this. So I could put the stove actually gonna, because that's the, okay, they don't actually have one of them, so that one's fine. Then as of right now, the fridge that I have, now why would you not have a fridge that matched? Do we want that one? Or do we want that one? Let me find a light. Pop a light real quick. It's not the right shade of green, so we're gonna go with that one. I like how those are matching without even trying. Honestly, that's about the right size. Which means things need to move. Okay, so let's say I have my wall. So my kitchen has kind of a wall there that nestles that in. So that should be there. And that should be there. So everything needs to move forward. like that. So we're going to pull all this forward. Oh my god, people, decide where you're going and stay there. My in-laws are apparently out for a Sunday drive in the middle of a Friday. Okay. We're going to do that, even though that's not what's there. It's what I would like to be there, but it's not what's there. Must move the light. That's what's there. Here's what's there currently. So there's what we're working with currently. Kind of. I think that's as close as we're gonna get. Honestly, I would like that there instead. And then I think the other end piece, yeah, it's basically the same thing, just the other way. So we're gonna run with that. Finally, need windows again. And honestly, the Seasons windows are almost exactly what I have in my kitchen. They're just a little big. But I think I'm going to run with it. And we're going to go with that. It's like, they're a little bit big, but it doesn't bother me. Alright. Back to the kitchen, because I do currently still have a stove hood that I absolutely despise, but I have one. Okay. Now, kitchen appliances. Actually, I need... Ashley's gonna need to move over some. I'm just going to put it there. Because I have a thing there. Shocker. But I'm not going to put it in. Because I'm actually going to modify this the way that I've been wanting my kitchen modified. And that is by putting in a kitchen island. So, if I did the outer corner in my color, that would look better. It's less jarring. And then this, let's do the end piece like that. And then put in those, and then I want to put in some more shelving. I don't have any blinds on my kitchen windows, so I think we're just going to keep it that way. And then I technically have a roll around thingy, but I'm not going to put that in, I don't think, because it's just too much effort right now. Dishes. I have random stuff in my kitchen. I don't have enough wall space for that. I kid you not, I actually have milk things like that outside my front door. say, I think our plan was to just go like generic green on the walls. Like that would be, ouch, my ideal kitchen. Honestly. Okay, let's fight with this space back here. Because this is 2 rooms, technically. A bathroom and the back porch. And we have to make room for the basement door. So I'm going to say this is basement. Which means come in. And then this is back porch. Remove this wall. That's outside now. And then bathroom. There's a toilet sink. This could be better. Let's go bathroom. We literally just need a toilet. Which I like using this one, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use that one. And then sink. Let's use this one. And then grab the cabinet that goes with it and put an end piece on either side. Because I'm going to have to slide it over. Even though, once again, as I said, that's not what's actually there, but that's what we're gonna put there. Anyway, I need laundry. On the floor. Alright. Now, one is the washer, one's the dryer. Do I know which one? No, I don't. But once again, I think we have too much room. So I think that looks better. So we're going to have to pull everything in. Which, not ideal, because then that makes this messed up. Again, like I said, this is not what's actually here, but this is more like what my bathroom is. Again, if I could have half tiles, that'd be fantastic. But there is a wardrobe currently in there, so I'm just gonna run with this. It looks better that way. I'm gonna do that. Which means this does need to stay like that. Put that back in the middle, and I guess they're just gonna have a little bit more room. Whatever. We're going to work with the cabinets that we have been using. And we'll do that. I don't think there's anything. So I'm just going to put another. I have these two mini fridges. I could literally just do this. Do a mini fridge next to a mini fridge. Just do two mini fridges as my. Where we have a chest freezer back there. Slide that over. Because then I'm going to take my nice tall boy. I can't put it in the ground anymore. Everything's tall boy look better. I actually don't mind that. And then just balance this between them. toaster oven here. So how about I just put in that? I do think that's the last appliance that we haven't used. And my trash can normally goes in there, but since we got one in the dining room right there, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I am, however, going to put in a smoke alarm. Just like I'm gonna put in the thermostat. There it goes. Technically underneath of this shelf. That's where we have it set. Like we have the shelf. Alright. I need to move this shelf higher. Oh, I don't like doing that. I don't like going back and fixing things. Oh my goodness. I feel like I must be shedding my hair lately. Let's put it there. And then move these guys. Come on. Wait, this can go right there. And because I know burglars are in the game now, we will put burglar alarm right there, or if I ever decide to play this game. Alright, back to figuring out all of this. Alright, my back door is different than the front door. I think this would be the closest thing. So we'll put it there. But then the basement door, we'll do the same style thing here. We'll put it there. Yeah. That'll work. Alright, and then back here, really quick, we have French doors. Which is what I currently have closed because my dog is insane. And anytime he sees me through them, he jumps at the door. I'm going to change this to just plain white. Okay. I did not put a light in the kitchen. We have one of those old school. Honestly, this saucer light's probably the best for it. But I'll do this. And because I'm wanting to make this house my own, we'll do these over the island. And I'm actually going to change this to black. That way the lights are a little bit matchy. And we'll call that good, except for there was a couple things that I wanted to put up here. These. There's that. And then there are, for one, there's some cereal boxes here. That would be really cute. They're on the counter. For one, there's some cereal boxes here. Grab this. That would be really cute. I can go there. They're on the counter. Just gonna put that there. These, there we go. The exact same things, but in bigger quantities. There we go. Alright. I'm going to take this growth chart. Holy big. I'm going to put it on this wall because growing up on like, the inside of a door, my brother and I had a growth chart, so we're going to go with that. Alright, let's finish the bathroom. The bathroom has another dinky light that makes zero sense. First, let me grab a mirror. Honestly, I'm just gonna grab my favorite mirror. I absolutely love this one. Absolutely love it. And then this kind of looks like what we've got going on in the kitchen, but I'm not a super big fan of it. How about you? Like, the light that we have in there is like, it's on the ceiling. It is a ceiling light. Go with this one. But let's size it down. And then back porch. The we'll keep it the same size. Alright, so back here, oh, I guess we need some paint. Let's just use the same paint in there. That's what I want to put in there too. So that at least covers that. This galore. I need to find. I've always said I wanted something. I don't know. I guess we'll go with this. Something like that. Okay. And then back here we have a bunch of stuff. So all the animal stuff. Okay, I think it's about time for me to get off. I can't even place things appropriately. I don't think that's even the one that I want. I don't know. I guess that'll work. I'm gonna call it a day because I think I got into something that I'm allergic to, and yeah. So we are going to exit and save, and hopefully I'll be able to be on sooner than and not go on a month hiatus, but I guess we'll see based on weather and time, and because I'm babysitting the next couple weeks and I'm going camping with my in-laws, so hopefully I can get on again. Hopefully get a new chair soon, but see you guys later. Interesting. Bye.